Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Wedding TV. We're filming here today at Knightor Winery, an absolutely fabulous wedding venue based near St Austell.
We have an action-packed show today. Coming up we have
Jenny from Wren Weddings and Events, Louise from Lbmagicuk and Pervaiz from Shah Photography. So hi everybody and welcome to Wedding TV. I'm very pleased today to be interviewing a lovely lady that we've known in the wedding industry now for a number of years, a fabulous wedding planner, fabulous events planner, the wonderful Jenny Wren. Hi Jenny, how are you doing?
Dave.
You all right?
Lovely
Good.
to see
Yeah,
you. Really
thanks
well,
for coming on.
Thank you, you're welcome.
So how did you get into wedding planning? What made you choose wedding planning as a career? What's your story?
Well, I think I've always really loved being involved in events from a really young age. I love the buzz of events. So I did my degree here in Cornwall, and then I worked at a really lovely wedding venue for a number of years, a 5-star wedding venue here in Cornwall.
Cool.
And we were getting lots of couples that were coming down out of county to Cornwall to get married.
Yeah.
And they wanted more and more help really with their wedding. And as a wedding coordinator within a venue, there's only sort of so much that your role allows you to do.
Yeah, of course.
So I was wanting to help these couples more and more with different suppliers in different areas of their wedding. So I just kind of saw quite a big gap in the market really. So after gaining quite a lot of experience there and building up my contacts with suppliers here in Cornwall, I started my business about 2.5 years ago and haven't looked back.
I know, it's going fabulous.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it really is. So, and then I know you're a wedding planner, you do that, it's your job and things like that, but a little birdie tells me now that you are also a bride-to-be, is that right?
I am indeed, I am.
So where's your ring? Let's have a little look.
There we are.
Oh, brilliant, yeah. So how did that happen?
So that was just a couple of months ago actually. We were in Sri Lanka and finally taking some annual leave after a busy summer.
Yeah.
And yes, it happened on a beautiful beach in Sri Lanka.
Wow,
so
yeah, I've
finally,
seen some photos, it looks absolutely fab. So,
thank you.
I mean, being a newly engaged bride now, is that changed your outlook on weddings, and does it help or does it hinder like your plans and stuff like that?
I mean, I think because I've been involved in so many people's special days, I've really sort of taken notice what is remembered and what really matters. And also I feel like now I'm a bride-to-be myself, I've got more of a grasp on the emotional factors that go into a wedding, you know, with lots of family members involved and how political it can get already.
Yeah, definitely.
I can definitely appreciate that a lot more now I'm a bride-to-be myself.
Yeah, I mean, we've just, our daughter herself, she just got married in Scotland, and that was the same, because we've been in the wedding industry for so long. You really know what's good and what works and what doesn't. It really was a fab day. But I mean, being a wedding planner, I guess you spend a lot of time with your clients and things like that. I mean, because you can be with them from the start to the very finish, can't you? So do you build good relationships with them? Do you end up friends or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. We do spend a lot of hours, you know, on Skype, on the telephone, chatting pretty much every day or every other day with some of the clients. Yeah. And you are sort of, it's this like intense period, obviously, when they're planning their wedding, and it's the most cherished and important and special day of their life. So, you know, you do build quite a close relationship.
Yeah, I guess you've got to be quite dedicated yourself, haven't you, for that bride and groom, I guess, as well. I mean, yeah,
and you have to kind of be the impartial, non-emotional person in the wedding.
Yeah.
And afterwards, it's quite strange, you know, when some of the brides and grooms I've been working with for a year or more, and then suddenly the day's over and you're cutting ties with them. It's really weird, but I quite often stay in touch. And
I mean, I see on social media that you stay in touch with your brides and stuff like that. It's a really nice thing to see. But so for the viewers that are watching today, what would be your kind of top tips of planning a wedding?
I would say my biggest piece of advice is to not get too caught up in what you think everybody else wants for your wedding. I mean, obviously you want your guests to be comfortable and to enjoy the day, but if you spend too much time thinking about what everyone else wants at the wedding or is expecting to see, you'll just drive yourself crazy. And you need to remember that it is, you know, it's your day and it is about you, and don't lose sight of that, I think.
Yeah, and someone told me once as well, it's quite important for a bride and groom to have their time on the day as well, isn't it? Like,
absolutely.
Because that's what it's about. It's about the couple, isn't it? It's not just about everybody else that's coming. So
definitely, and quite a lot of the time you'll have family members or friends that you haven't seen for months, maybe years, and everyone wants to talk to you and everyone wants your attention. So I think it's really important to take time out, normally just after the ceremony, even if it's just 20 minutes, half an hour, just to have, you know, and have
special
that moment
time.
Just the two of you. Absolutely, because
course.
it's gone in a flash. So,
and then, I mean, you brushed aside earlier that you've worked with lots of out-of-county brides, people from all over the country. Now, for the wedding businesses that are watching, is there a big market there for businesses in Cornwall to explore?
Absolutely. So 95% of our couples are out of county.
Right.
I think I've done 1, maybe 2 local weddings since we set up. Cornwall is becoming increasingly popular for out of county weddings. I mean, people that live in London, for example, might not want a city wedding. They come to Cornwall for the beautiful coastline, the beaches, the countryside.
Fab venues as well.
Absolutely, and suppliers, of course. There's so much talent here in Cornwall, and we always try and recommend local suppliers rather than them bring suppliers down here. It's crazy. There was a survey done from April 2013 to April 2014, and the Cornwall Registration Service conducted a total of 2,596 civil ceremonies. So that's not including church ceremonies, just civil ceremonies.
Wow.
And 1,141 of those were actually out of county. So that's 43.95%
wow, that's
out
the figures.
of county. There you go. So, I mean, the figures speak for themselves.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
That's increasing year on year.
I mean, I think it's something that people should explore as well, you know, definitely. And you're a great wedding planner, we all know that. But we do. You also run other wedding events as well. Is it the Cornwall Wedding Meetup?
Absolutely. So myself and a colleague of mine, Hazel Parsons, run the Cornwall Wedding Industry Meetup, which happens twice a year. We normally have about 100 plus businesses that come to the networking event in all different sectors of the wedding industry in Cornwall. So venues, photographers, florists, cake makers, etc. The day involves quite a lot of networking. We make it quite quirky and different, so it's not your normal sort of stuffy function networking. We have guest speakers that come down. So in the past, we've had luxury wedding planner Lester Gethins from London. We've had Tina Redding from the Ultimate Wedding magazine. And they come down and bring their industry knowledge and share it with all of the people that are there as well.
Wow,
so the event's really about sort of making new business connections and potentially generating sales from referrals from other
I
businesses.
guess it's great for referrals and making new contacts, isn't it? Because we all get so caught up with weddings and things like that, and we see people, but you don't ever get to kind of chat and network together, do you? You know what I mean?
And on the wedding day itself, you know, it's quite tense. Everyone's got a job to do. They're quite busy. So it's quite nice to have this day where we can all get together. We sit down and have lunch. We style it up in the style of a certain wedding. So whether it's spring or winter, and we can appreciate it rather than always being there, you know, working.
And businesses can get involved in that. Is it right that you can become a sponsor of the wedding industry meetup and things like that?
Absolutely, Dave. So we do sponsorship packages, and then you can also buy a ticket to come along as well. So it's Cornwall Wed Meetup. Excellent.
So what's 2016 got to bring for Jenny Wren Wedding and Events?
Lots of weddings. We've got a really busy summer of weddings. We've got a few conferences this year as well. So we're kind of diversifying, I suppose, into other types of events. I've got some girls that are now training with me on weddings this year as we're getting more and more in demand. So training up some wedding planners to work on weddings next year. I've got a couple of surprise proposals that I'm planning this year as well, which is quite exciting. Absolutely. And obviously planning my own wedding as well. So quite a busy year.
So do you kind of have like a wedding season, or is it just a kind of a year-round thing?
Do you know what? Originally, I always thought we would, you know, it would be mostly summer, but winter weddings are increasingly popular now as well, and they can sometimes be slightly cheaper. So we're busy all year round. I mean, if we don't necessarily have weddings on the Saturdays or whichever days, we're still busy in the planning of them. So it's a year-round job.
Excellent. And so for anybody watching that would like to get in touch, how would they get in touch with you? So
the website is www.jennywrenweddingsandevents.co.uk, and the email and telephone numbers on there as well. We also have an office at Poole Innovation Centre, so feel free to pop in anytime.
Excellent, lovely job. Well, thank you very much, Jen, for coming on.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. So if anyone out there is looking to book a wedding planner or needs some top tips or anything like that, Jenny also runs a great wedding blog as well on her website. Get in touch with her, she's a lovely lady. And yeah, have a great day. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Jane Louise is a family-run business based in Liskeard, Cornwall, which has been trading for 30 years, specialising in occasion wear. If you're looking for that special outfit for a wedding, cruise, prom or evening event, why not visit Jane in her boutique? Jane offers a friendly and personal service. With over 10 different designers in mother of the bride outfits and the same in evening wear, you'll be sure to find the outfit that's perfect for you. Come and enjoy the whole shopping experience at Jane Louise, Liskeard, Cornwall.
Laughs through a lens in Cornwall. Welcome to Handsome Momento if you fancy some unique entertainment that also captures the moment in stunning style. Handsome Memento's party photo booths are a unique and fun addition to a coolly individual party, providing high quality images and a belly full of giggles to boot. Fully automated and easy to use at the touch of a button, the booths use high definition DSLR cameras coupled with top-notch printers, creating high-speed, high-quality prints that are touch-dry as soon as they land in the tray. Up to 10 guests can fit inside the booths, and with over £400 worth of props and fancy dress to choose from, you can indulge in a round of dress-up or two. A choice of standard prints or double strips can be personalised with name and date details for an authentically retro look, guaranteeing many memorable moments and a very cool keepsake. Handsome Momento tailors to your needs for perfect pictures as instant as they are timeless. Handsome Momento offers free downloads for all our individual pictures and prints from our lifetime galleries on our website. Why not give us a call on 01726 829 176 or visit us online at handsomemomento.co.uk.
I mean, I'm really excited about the bridal show because this is a brand new project that we've been working on, and something of this scale has never been done in Cornwall. It really is going to be big. I mean, we can have up to 190 exhibitors. There's going to be 6 catwalk shows, there's micro demonstrations, there's lots for the children to do. I mean, there's going to be fairground rides, there's entertainment on the stage, there's singers, there's horse and carriage rides. It really is something that Cornwall has been missing, and it's something that we really want to step up our game as the Wedding Alliance to be able to bring that, because historically in Cornwall, lots of wedding fairs usually happen in hotels and things like that, which are great, don't get me wrong. I mean, we also still carry on doing things like that, but there is nowhere really where brides can go to get the full range of the services on offer in Cornwall, and that's really what we want to create, something great, a showstopper as it were. That's what we really want to do. So and it's going really well. So there is no bigger venue in Cornwall at the moment than the exhibition halls at Royal Cornwall Showground. They are huge, they are vast, and we really want to show people what can be done, and hopefully that will also help raise the standards in the wedding industry, which is what we'd like to do as the Wedding Alliance. So if someone would like to exhibit, it's really easy. All you have to do is go onto our website, the Wedding Alliance. You put it in any major search engine, we're going to show up. Go on the website, there's lots of information there on how to exhibit and get in touch with us like that. If you're a bride or groom and you'd like to come to the show to come and see what we have on offer, also the information is on there, and you can buy tickets direct from our website too. We've been lucky enough to get some sponsors and media partners. We've joined forces with Pirate FM, they've become media partners of ours, and we're going to be doing advertising with them about the show right from the end of the month right up until the show in April. It's a really great thing that we've partnered with those guys. We've partnered with the Ultimate Wedding magazine, which is brilliant. They're a brilliant online magazine, and obviously lots of promotion and stuff with them. The Cornwall channel, obviously those guys are sponsors as well of the show. Lots of video and media and stuff like that, which is going to be great for suppliers and things. And our very own home-based wedding blog called Pasties and Petticoats. I mean, we've got a great deal going on with those guys, a really good relationship, and as well, they've got a brand new website coming out. The whole thing is really tying in really nicely.
Today I'm really excited. I've got an absolutely fantastic, talented young man here today. We've known him for a couple of years in the wedding industry, and so I'd like to welcome you to Mr. Louise Belcher. Hi there. Hi, how are you doing, babe?
Yeah, good, thank you. How about yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. Okay, Louise, thanks very much for coming today, but I just really want to ask you a few questions. Firstly, I'd like you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and how you got into what you actually do.
Yeah, sure. So magic for me has always been a lifelong thing. I've enjoyed it from the age of about 8. My gran bought me a £1 magic trick, which was just a whim going past the pound shop. I really enjoyed the reactions I got off everybody. Yeah, so although a lot of it was probably put on and everyone was saying, wow, that's amazing, you know, this drawer that suddenly there's something in there, everyone's thinking, oh, we know how that's done. But because I got those reactions, that sort of egged me on. And then over the years I kept developing and practicing, and then it was the school bus, and then it was during lessons, much to my teacher's dismay, I think, and my parents. Until you get to that stage where then you're doing amazing things, and then all of a sudden everyone wants to see it. And that was sort of in my teens, that sort of flipped over then to the people actually coming up and asking to see magic. Right. So for me, it's all about that amazement factor, and that's what makes me so passionate about it, and it's so rewarding.
Yeah, you're definitely passionate about it. Yeah, I can see that. Brilliant. And also, basically, I know you're a secret entrepreneur with many talents, might I add. But was it hard launching your magician business alongside everything else that you do?
Yeah, sure. So when I first started the magic business, I'd always done gigs, but they were mainly charity gigs. Sure. They were mainly gigs for friends, and it was always on request. I never advertised myself. In fact, my first wedding fair was with the Wedding Alliance a couple of years ago.
I remember that.
Yeah, and that was when, I think that was when I first met everyone sort of on the wedding scene. And that was my way of originally getting myself out there, and then social media, putting pictures, videos up, trying to sort of gain a bit of exposure. But I think for me, with the magic, trying to get it started alongside everything else, the hardest thing was obviously paying the bills.
Yeah, so, absolutely. Like we've all got to do, like, obviously.
Yeah, I had a full-time job in a career at the time. I left that, went back to working in hotels. That's amazing. Just to earn money whilst obviously setting up the magic.
Sure.
Took me sort of 3 months.
You must have been exhausted.
yeah, it was quite...
I mean, you know, you've got to really be sort of committed to do that, surely, because that must take a lot of your time, and obviously you're young, so like your social life must have got put on hold slightly. Yeah,
I mean, magic is always, you see, evenings and weekends. Yeah. So you have to sacrifice that, but on the flip side, because evenings and weekends you're at parties, weddings, corporate events, you're actually you're socialising, and I think there's that line, of course, between being professional and being a part of someone's day. But I like to try and balance that and become a part of their day whilst maintaining a professionality.
Fantastic. And basically, what an awesome job to be in then.
Yeah, I think so.
Best of both worlds. Burn the candle at both ends.
Yeah, if you can do a job that you love, then you'll never work again. So awesome. I really do believe in that.
And of course, you're your own boss doing it as well.
Yeah, so exactly. Nice, I don't have someone telling me what to do, and I can learn new things.
Best
all
job
the time.
Ever.
Exactly.
Okay, fantastic. And basically, with what you do, you've been in business, and we've seen lots of different magic acts and something, different things that people do. What would you say for people to look out to? Because there's good ones, there's bad ones. Is there something that they should be aware when booking somebody like yourself for their special day? Yeah,
I think so, definitely. There's a lot of, not just in magic, but in every field in the wedding industry, there's a lot of people that do it as a very part-time thing, so they just do the odd bit here or there. And although I respect people for obviously trying to earn a bit more money, at the same time the quality isn't always there. And I think, especially in terms of entertainment, whether it's magic or another form of entertainment for your wedding, it's really important to meet the person and look at that person. You know, if that person's personable, then
you've
you know
got to kind of like feel comfortable with that person, haven't you, and be able to bond with them straight away. I feel, isn't it? Do you feel like that?
Yeah, definitely, because that person, say it's a wedding, that person is going to be a part of your special day.
Exactly.
And that's forever. You can't change that. So if they come to your special day and they don't do the right thing, then you know it's going to ruin your day. So it's a very big decision. And I think that, especially from a magician's perspective, a lot of people can do, you know, some magic tricks, but it's not just about the actual trick itself, it's about the way it's performed, the way you interact with the audience.
It's your professionalism as well, isn't it, alongside everything, the way you are as a person. You know, you give off that good vibe, then obviously people are going to bond to you as well. So while you're doing the trick, it's quite a nice thing to be pleasant and smart, and everything else goes alongside, doesn't it?
Exactly, because you're there to make people smile, make them laugh, and you know, if you can't do that, then
you're not doing a very good job.
You shouldn't be doing it, no. So.
Absolutely, brilliant. Okay, and what advice would you give to someone looking to start up in the wedding industry? Obviously you said, you know, you did your first wedding fair with the Alliance. Is there anything you would advise people that want to start up themselves? Can you give them any advice at all?
Yeah, definitely. I think no matter what you want to do in the wedding industry, you have to really look at who's out there doing it already, who's doing it really well, who's doing it really bad, what can you offer that's different, or what can you do that's better.
Right.
You know,
I think that's always a good bit, isn't it? Getting that one step ahead of something that's slightly different and you can do it better. You know, because you do see a lot of the same things around in the wedding industry. So.
Yeah, I think so. And the thing with anything that is, you know, whether it's magician, photographers, wedding planners, florists, there's a lot of people out there doing
a lot of competition.
Absolutely. And I think the only way to really differentiate between them is to look at their product and them as a person and how much passion and energy they put into what they do, because that will then come across on your wedding day.
Absolutely. You certainly do come across like that.
Thank you.
You always have done from the first day we met you, and that's what we actually love about you, because you've got a lot of ambition and drive and passion, and you can see that. And I do think that's very important when looking for somebody to share that special day with, definitely.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I do appreciate that. Thank you.
No, that's fine, Dan, I'm being honest. So, do you want to do a trick for us at all?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately I haven't been very well sort of the last couple of days, and I just...
Oh no. Oh my word.
Sorry, Ange. Let's just speed up.
I thought you were going to throw up.
No, sorry about that. I've had them in there for the last sort of 10 minutes, and it's just been really
you're brilliant, honestly. You always make me laugh, that's what I look for in somebody that is great in that industry. Somebody that can put someone at ease and make them laugh, and some of your tricks are amazing. I absolutely love them.
I wondered if I could just do something. It's a little bit risky.
That doesn't look very good.
I've got a knife. Would you mind just checking? Be careful. It's very sharp. Can you just check that is?
Ouch! Yes, that's quite sharp.
It's pretty sharp.
Yes.
And all I'm going to do is literally just take the knife.
Oh my lord! And this may not turn out good.
Yes. If this goes wrong, then I won't be available to hire for your wedding. Okay. Here we go. Just.
Whoa. Oh. That's not looking very good. You sure you want to do this?
Probably not. We'll try it.
Oh, if you're squeamish, look away. Oh my God. Whoa. Well, that must be one of the weirdest things you've probably done.
Yeah, I don't think I've done that one on you before.
No, you haven't actually. No.
But can I borrow your hand? Is that okay?
Yeah,
if you just put your hand out flat like this for me. Perfect.
Oh, sorry, that way.
And just bear me a second. No, you didn't know Ange had the power of healing here. So.
Well, there's a first for everything.
Okay, and look, it's pretty much.
Oh my God, that is amazing! Wow. That is mental.
So there's something a little bit different for
I love it. I love it. Oh, you always get me. Honest to God, it's brilliant. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. If anybody is looking at booking up with Louise for your special day or anything, then if you want to have a look, you're on the website.
Yeah, website's www.lbmagicuk.
It should come up on the screen now. Also, a contact number. Definitely, I want to thank you very much for today.
Not at all.
I really appreciate you coming on here and chatting about it. I wish you all the very best for 2016. If you are looking for someone for that special day, Louise is your man. Give him a ring, call.
You. Thanks,
all right? Thanks a lot, love.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome again to Wedding TV. I'm very pleased today to be interviewing a great chap that I've known in the industry now for a long time. He's a lovely guy, a pro photographer. I mean, he's been in the business now for 37 years. I mean, he won't like me saying that. But I'd like to welcome Mr. Pervaiz Shah. How you doing, mate? How you doing? You all right?
Absolutely great, Dave. Yeah,
awesome.
Very good.
Brilliant. Thanks for coming on today. Really appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure.
So, I know a lot about you. Can you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself and what you do?
37 years, where do I start? It was a long time ago. My background was actually with processing film.
Yeah.
And then I progressed about 3 years later into the actual photography side of things.
Yeah.
So I kind of did things in a reverse order. I got the technical side of it sorted, then went out, and it was very much camera on a tripod, everything manual, very posed and set up. And within 5 years, I completely switched the way that I worked.
Yeah.
So I was shooting very, very reportage, took couples down on the beach for the first time, which had never been done, set up the first wedding fairs in Cornwall that had never been done, and absolutely had a ball. And the more I enjoyed it, the more I could see the reaction from the people that I was photographing.
Yeah.
And the more that then led to people saying, hey, this is a bit something different.
Yeah.
And that kind of ethos is what I've stuck with right the way through my career and continue to as at today's date.
Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact in Cornwall, obviously with what we do with the Wedding Alliance, there is a lot of photographers. It's quite a crowded space. And you have to stand out from the crowd. So how come you stand out from the crowd?
Well, being 6'4" helps.
I suppose it does, yeah. You're a tall guy.
It also helps when I'm shooting from up above. I can do this. Most people think I'm on a ladder or on a different floor, but I'm actually 6'4" up in
Yeah,
here.
I'd be no good
How
at
do
that.
I stand out from the crowd? Well, the only thing I can do really is refer back to feedback from my many customers, and the general consensus is that they love the variety of shooting styles that I incorporate into their collection of imagery.
Yeah.
And it very much depends, the way I shoot is tailored to the people that I'm shooting. So you've got your hardcore reportage photographers, of which I can be one, for the people that don't really want to know that the photographer's there and literally just shoot everything as it happens. I'd suggest to people that's probably not the right way to go if you're quite sort of introverted, perhaps a little bit shy, and the guests that are going to be there may be a little bit quiet. Perhaps don't go that route, but go for somebody who can interact with people to actually capture the personality in the photographs that they're going to take of the day. Because don't forget, what we're doing, I mean, I know a lot of people make a big deal out of the fact that they're telling a story. I take that as read. Imagery should relate a story, part and parcel of that event. And the great thing about the way that I shoot is that mixing the different styles, so I can turn it on, I can be as chatty as you like, or I can, believe it or not, Dave, believe it or not, I can actually be very, very quiet when I need to be.
I'm not sure I believe that for a minute. But I mean,
that's what works.
Yeah, awesome. I mean,
and then in addition, sorry to interrupt, but in addition, it's the way that I work in so much that I'm there to capture what's going on in the main. I do create a certain amount of it because I do create sometimes a little bit of fun, which to me that's what a wedding should be about, because ultimately, let's not forget, it's a celebration, or the ultimate celebration, of a couple's love for each other.
Sure.
That they want everybody there to share that's special in their lives.
Definitely.
5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, when they look back at the album, turn it back, and they've, like me, lost a bit of hair, gone a bit grey, perhaps put on a bit of weight. I haven't, I've lost it, which is great. But when they're looking back at the album, it needs to rekindle exactly what they were feeling at the time.
Yeah, sure.
So I can see why people want to feel natural in front of the camera, because otherwise it's, oh God, I wish that photographer would hurry up, I'm busting for a drink, or I need to go to the loo.
That's
you see where I'm coming from?
And I guess that kind of brings me on to the relationships between yourself and the bride. I guess that's a really important thing to happen. And I know I've seen you in action with your couples and things like that. And I guess it's important to build that relationship, seeing as you're spending a lot of time with that person on a day.
It depends on the couple that you're working with.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, everybody buys people.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what people in business, if any business, whether it be related to the wedding industry, if it's a service business, people buy business at the end of the day. So that's the process that's actually going on. But you're quite right. If I'm going to be working with you to photograph your wedding, you're going to want to sort of vaguely get along with me, because if you don't, you're going to be standing there thinking, this guy's really irritating me. And are you going to look fantastic in the pictures? Probably, I would suggest not.
Yeah, that's it, 'cause you're not relaxed. And you're not
That's
got
right.
that
But if
feel
I'm
for the day.
shooting it, you know, I mean, like sometimes people, I think it happens on so few occasions. I mean, I've shot, nearly 1,300 weddings now. And there's only probably about 2 or 3 of them where they said, look, we prefer absolutely no intervention whatsoever. Fine,
Absolutely
I can
fine,
do
yeah.
that. So if you think about it, whether they really know me and like me doesn't really make any difference, does it?
No.
Because I'm not going to have any integral part of the
input.
shooting process.
Yeah,
Do you see what I
I
mean?
get what you mean.
So I kind of look at things, I suppose, through slightly different eyes to things like perhaps the magazines that will talk about, you know, make sure that you get a good rapport going with your photographer. Let's think about what your photographer's going to do, and then think about the people that you're going to meet.
Yeah,
You know,
sure.
Obviously, people by people, as I say. So if you
Definitely.
do get along, that's a bonus.
And then kind of moving on with the relationship side of thing, it's very important. I mean, you've been in business now for 37 years doing what you do. I guess it's very important to have the relationships with the venues that you're working at as well. I know you've got some lovely venues across Cornwall, and I know that you've got some good relationships with those. Is that important to make those relationships and maintain them?
Totally. Everything involved with my business is based on trust.
Yeah.
When I get referred, it's not because I'm paying the venue £50 for each wedding that I book at that venue.
Yeah.
And I will not do that. If somebody says that's what we want, I mean, there's a couple of venues in London say, love what you do, but it's going to cost you this.
Pay us to recommend
Thanks,
you.
but
Yeah.
no thanks.
Yeah.
So everybody that refers me, if anybody does get referred, then rest assured it's not because I'm paying the venue or the wedding coordinator.
It's based on
purely and
quality and
simply
everything.
that they know that they can trust me to fulfil my part of the deal, as it were,
Yeah.
related to that wedding.
Sure, yeah, because they've got an interest that they want their brides to have the best day possible, don't they? So that's how they recommend their suppliers.
Well, the great thing also is that I featured a couple of wedding coordinators' comments. I think 1 or 2 of them were former coordinators, but nevertheless they'd worked with me on numerous occasions. And that's actually on the website shahphoto.co.uk. That's SHAH photo.co.uk.
Good plug.
Never miss an opportunity.
That's it. And in 2016, how can people come and see you? Are you at any events this year or anything going on?
Going to be at the Wedding Alliance fairs.
Excellent.
So the big one in April, which we're both Jackie and I are really excited about, 2-day event. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting the feedback. I mean, it's not just about the money side of it and getting bookings. Obviously, I suppose that's the ultimate goal. Or is it? What do I really get off on? I think really what I like is to meet people at that early stage of the planning process.
Yeah.
To actually get the feedback whilst we're talking about what they're seeing on my stand.
Yeah.
So I actually encourage people to say, right, are there any images that you don't like?
Yeah.
And that can be as helpful as somebody saying, yeah, it's all fantastic, because constructive criticism is effectively what drives a business forward.
It's only a good thing.
It is, but when you say to somebody, you know, how can I improve? What can I do better? And they sort of say, well, you've done everything that we wanted to do and more. And I kind of think, right, okay, well, I've got to keep on that track, because obviously that's the train that I need to follow, sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. And then, so have you got anything else going on in 2016? Is there anything that we can expect from Shah Photography?
Yeah, I mean, I'm an innovator. I'm always, as one of my suppliers said to me, he said, the thing with you is, he said, you've always been an innovator.
Yeah.
You're always coming up with constructive ideas. In terms of every wedding that I shoot, you know, my next wedding is going to be, again, it's going to be an attitude of, this is going to be the best set of wedding pictures that I've ever taaken.
Yeah,
I'm
great
looking
attitude.
for the unusual. I want stuff to go on my website that is different from what everybody else is doing. I'm going to tap into 1.25 million images that are in the grey cells that I've shot personally.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put a twist.
Yeah.
And it's that twist that makes the difference.
Definitely. We've talked about that with everybody that we've interviewed today. It's just about that little edge of standing out from
Yeah.
your competitors.
Yeah.
And that is what is going to drive the quality of the wedding industry in Cornwall, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, absolutely. And I mean, the vast majority of the people that I'm photographing tend to be from out of the county, Although having said that, over the last 2 or 3 years, I've seen a marked increase in the percentages. If you take my overall bookings, but I've seen an increase in the amount of people locally that are actually booking me, which is really interesting. But the lovely thing about it is that for any of you that are watching that are based in London, I've got a base in London as well, so I'm more than happy to meet, normally in southwest London ideally, to talk about photography, and you can actually see the albums and touch them, etc. So that's been very, very helpful with
Absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to wrap it up there, buddy, but if anybody is interested in photography or would like to have a chat with Pervaiz and the team about booking their wedding photography, the website and details to get in touch are on screen right now. So that's it. Thank you very much, Pervaiz, for coming on. I really appreciate it. Great to see you again.
And hope to see you soon.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Thank you.